Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to the Austin All Day Podcast. I am Jason Powers, and I'd like to welcome Ranch Hand to the podcast and Ranch Rider Spirits. We are here with Chef George, Jonathan, and Keith. Go follow the podcast on Instagram, support the podcast on Patreon, sit back, grab a Ranch Rider, and check it out. We are Ranch Hand. We're here with George, Jonathan, and Keith. Welcome to South Austin.
Well, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah. And who had the half day? You did, Jonathan?
Yes, I did.
Oh, yeah. And you guys were both cranking it out there?
Oh, yeah.
Every day?
Every day.
Yeah. How is it going? Tell everybody about Ranch Hand, first off.
We'll let George take care of that part.
Sure, go for it. Here, I got a cheat sheet for you if you'd like. No.
I guess since I've been with the company the longest, I am the senior employee. I came on, it's almost a year and a half now. The company's 2 years old. And so it's founded by two UT students at the time. They graduated from the McCombs program.
What is the McCombs program?
It's the business
Entrepreneur program or something?
yeah,
like that?
some
MBA degree.
The
Yeah.
MBA, yeah.
Was this part of the, they're like...
This was one of their projects.
similar
so
to, have you heard that with Amy's Ice Cream?
Never.
I heard that started as a project and it turned into what it is.
Yeah.
So that's where those guys started.
Yeah, this was a class project, and Brian and Quentin teamed up, and they were just looking around UT. They're saying, okay, well, there's nothing really healthy for students late night. Like, all they have is Taco Bell, Wendy's, and that's where our slogan came up: stop eating shit for lunch.
Oh, that's the slogan?
Yeah, that is the slogan.
I've snapped a picture of that just because I loved it.
It's plastered everywhere.
It's perfect, right?
Yeah. It's always hit or miss. There's parents out there that come up and they're like, "Can you cover that word up?"
Yeah.
I'm like, if your main issue is your son reading shit,
Maybe you could, just for their sake, just do it. Just sure.
No.
Here's your copy.
Of course.
Just
No,
get rid of
we have all the family function events that we've been to.
it. What do you replace it with?
We cover up.
Shit.
No,
I would assume so.
Well, actually, no, I don't.
we cover up eating shit, so it reads "stop for lunch."
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
So-
Still, stop for lunch.
Yeah.
I guess it works.
And now
right?
we don't have
Yeah.
to do that as much because we moved the slogan from the back of the truck to the window.
Yeah.
So now we just pop the windows open. Like, we're at UT and we're right across from the Longhorn Network where they were filming, and they came out. Oh, you gotta
No kidding.
can you go open the windows up so we don't see that? Because the week before,
How silly.
Jonathan's buddy Chase managed to actually capture the truck on the Longhorn Network live, and it showed the stop eating shit for lunch. So he caught it and posted it all over the place.
Oh, God forbid, right? and like, I thought, it was common to hear, cusses or swears on television now. No?
I think broadcast is still
Yeah.
politically
That's
correct.
Cable. Stop eating for lunch.
Yeah,
Okay, so they come up with this because, Taco Bell, fast food, and it's what people are going to late at night. So is that what their goal was, to set up late,
it wasn't late at night. It was just like a healthy option for the UT students, because we were just posted in UT for the first 8 months of Ranch Hand life. We were on PCL and Gregory Gym. And then we started venturing out to offices that most of these employees had internships at, and they recommended us to whoever signed up the the food truck court. So
Nice. So you've been there a year and a half, Jonathan. How long you?
It's going on 6 months now, I guess.
Nice.
My first event was with the Dell Match Play Championship
Okay.
there back in April, I believe.
It's that food truck life you guys got, right?
It is that.
But you have
Yeah.
the convenience of that kitchen now, right? At Native?
yeah, it still has its setbacks because it's not a full kitchen as where
Even like renting a commissary?
yeah, because it's a lot smaller than a commissary.
Yeah, it's pretty tiny back there, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
What-
you've
what is
seen
it?
it. It's smaller than
Like
this
8
room.
by 8 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. What, and you, how long have you been over there?
I started a day after Jonathan.
Okay. So you guys were you still are a food truck solely.
Yeah.
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 And you're set up right now at Native Hostels.
Yeah.
And where were you guys before that?
It was just doing
Here and there, wherever?
Yeah, doing events and office lunch staffing type things. We did foodie, Fuda. It's
Posted
just
up
like
at Third in Congress for a while as well.
yeah, we were third in Congress.
Okay. That's by like Kebabalicious is there and
Yeah,
is that what I'm thinking?
they're across the street of Third Street. We were in the large parking lot of the was that
The
electrical-
Austonian, not the Austonian.
Some
it's
energy
the
fund.
Statesman or something like
No,
that.
it's the energy
Oh yeah, they were across the street.
Parsley Energy.
There you
yeah,
go.
Parsley Energy.
Yeah.
Well, for all the food trucks in Austin, which is pretty saturated with trucks, you guys are doing it right.
Yeah,
And-
yeah. That's where we kind of thrive because there's so many food trucks that are doing fried and just heavy fat food. And when we show up to an event, they're like, "Oh, thank God that there's something healthy.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a salad option here."
You know,
So
maybe you can relate to this if you go eat at a food truck. It is kind of this is either going to be great or maybe not that great. For me, it's been that way, right? And when I was with you guys, I was very pleasantly surprised, eating your food. And it's the same. It's like you're saying, you get maybe quinoa or sweet potatoes, some beef, some good quality beef.
yeah,
And yeah, people are really looking for that today. And it can satisfy that if you are a late night, Taco Bell fiend, it can satisfy that too.
it evens out. You have a good lunch, you're able to have your fatty food at night.
Right.
So
So what do you think though with the food trucks? You either get hit or miss, or you guys have better experiences than me?
going based off of Ranchan or
No.
or just
your
like
experience
going
with
to
food trucks and
going
general.
to food
truck you
trucks.
go to, yeah.
Yeah. Do you don't really visit any?
No, I mean I do. I mean we do a lot of events, so there's a lot of trading of food when you're at events.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, it's hit or miss. I mean, some people know what they're doing, some people don't.
Right.
Some people should stay away from the business, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's but I mean, I'll try anything. It's like you never know. I mean, sometimes you show up, you see this big fancy truck, and you think, oh well, they got money, they must have great food,
Right.
and it's absolute crap.
Sure.
Other times you find this little cardboard box type trailer on the side of the street, and you'll get the best burrito you've had.
Yeah, I guess when I just get the two ends of the spectrum, I'm either not happy or like really, really pleased. And with you guys are on the end of really pleased with me.
It's
Nice.
good to hear.
Yeah. So these guys, did they have previous experience before Ranch Hand?
No,
Must have some kind of culinary background.
They not culinary. It was service. They know how to talk to people. They're really
They
good
do.
with customer service.
I've met someone tall, skinny,
Brian.
Brian.
They're both tall and skinny.
Okay.
Just-
But very talkative.
It goes down to Hispanic or white.
White. He was white.
Okay,
Yeah, I did
so
not
that's Brian,
meet.
yeah.
Okay, and so Quentin, I did not meet.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, but I met Brian, and he was really good guy. I remember at the time he really wanted to get a couple gifts for some guys in the kitchen, which is always
that's
cool
right.
to hear. You know, I love hearing that. Oh,
Yeah.
these guys are doing great. We're going to get them this and that.
Yeah.
So that's cool. That's a sign of a good owner.
Yeah, that's honestly that's what's kept me here thus far, because I've been in the restaurant industry for almost 10 years, and I've never had I haven't had an owner appreciate their employees as they have to us, or to me at least.
You guys feel
Yeah.
the same?
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
100% agree.
I mean, the guys, they have your back. They're for the company. They're for the employee. You know, they look after us. I mean, it's you hear places saying it's like family, but usually that's just because you're close knit and tight. But this is, you actually get treated like it. You know, if you got a worry, you got a problem, it's taken care of. It's not like, well, shit, we got catering coming up tomorrow. You know, I need you here. You know, and there's
Right.
not that. And Brian,
Some real caring.
Yeah, Brian and Quentin. You know, I mean, it's just the way they are. I
Yeah.
mean, it's hard to explain it, but I mean, I haven't worked with a couple of great guys like that ever. And I mean, going on 33 years now in this business. So,
Well, you guys kind of both touched on that real quick. Before I ask about your kind of culinary background, with that kitchen and the size of the truck, how many guys are there? There, Brian, Quentin, you three. Is that it? Because like a family, you guys aren't like a huge operation there.
We're not a huge operation, so we tend to keep it fairly small.
But you got a few more guys on the
Yeah,
staff?
we do have
Gals,
a few
I
more
don't know.
guys. It's mainly guys. We have
Four more.
4 more. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you guys do get a day off here and there, or a half day, whatever. Right.
Half days.
yeah,
Everybody's looking at me.
Yeah. I'm like, well,
Yeah. We gotta give you shit, right?
no. Well, I have to look down because I take my Saturdays, Sundays off. So
Hey, you got kids?
yeah, I do have
That's-
kids. I have 3
that's
kids.
the only reason he gets every weekend
Yeah.
off.
Right. Everybody else doesn't have kids. So.
Hey, you know, you get the balance that he's off on the weekends when everyone's off. And then the guys who get off maybe a Tuesday or Wednesday, when they go out, there's nobody out. It's beautiful, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Give them a hard time, but
Oh, I always give him a hard time.
you got to.
Every Friday at 2:00.
Yeah.
The
So-
video's not going to catch that.
Well, I'm sure they knew what it was.
So 10 years you've been cooking, 33 years. How long have you been in the industry?
On and off for like 8 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't my first choice right out of high school.
Well, let me just start with you, if you guys don't mind. Where are you originally from?
Born and raised here in Austin, Texas.
Okay, you're from. Okay, so you've seen some changes here. How old are you now?
32.
32. Okay. So, and what was the first choice?
The first choice was to graduate from college, and
Did you go here?
yeah, I went to actually Texas State, San Marcos,
Okay.
just south of Austin.
Cool.
First choice was to get my degree and go become a park ranger in some national forest, a national park here in America. But
Okay.
that kind of fell through after found out about drinking and drugging, I guess,
Oh,
and
okay,
got in
kinda-
trouble with the law as well.
Oh, so am I guessing that you actually could not do what you wanted to do because you got in trouble?
No, not necessarily.
Oh, okay,
Just
so you still
by
could have
choice.
pursued
I
it.
could have easily pursued it, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, it was.
It's like if you're a Coast Guard, but you've got, I don't know, DWIs, you're probably not getting in.
yeah, very true. No, nothing that.
So
really
you just kind of got off course.
got you. Yeah,
So you found your footing in a kitchen.
I did. Before that, I was in construction as well. So
Okay.
pouring concrete, doing concrete work.
Well, how about your folks? Did they ever cook or anything like that?
No, neither of them. And
Yeah.
as far as profession, no.
Yeah.
My mom was always in the kitchen. cooking. Yeah.
How do they feel about what you're doing now?
I guess they both feel okay with it.
Yeah.
Nothing to, I guess, one way or the other.
Or they make you cook on Thanksgiving?
They have in the past.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Do
generally
something about that.
don't cook for the family, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Not too much.
All right.
Yeah.
What, George? What about you? You from here?
No, I was actually born in Mexico, but my parents brought me over when I was just about to turn 2 years old. So
Okay.
this is the only life I know. And
Austin,
so-
Texas?
Austin, Texas. Yeah.
Okay.
I've traveled
Both of
around,
those.
but I
Yeah.
always found my way back home.
Yeah.
Back home. To
And was
Austin.
it always your first choice to cook?
Kind of, yeah. Like it wasn't that I went to culinary school. It was in high school. You took that test to see what you could.
And you
What-
were,
what-
they were
what
like
you were-
chef?
Yeah,
Or like
because
back of the
it's-
house.
Yeah, they're like, all right, well you did great in science and math, and like you could probably do something with cooking. I'm like,
Oh,
that's
interesting.
science and math right there at its finest, and it's true, man. It's,
Yeah.
like you add this ingredient and changes this plate completely.
Yeah, yeah.
And so coming out of high school, I was just doing the basic stuff, just like going fast food. And then I did some security work. Didn't really like that. It was a lot of fighting. And then found myself in the kitchen, and I absolutely loved it. It was fun.
Did you love the actually cooking, or did you like the back of the house kind of, what are you?
Atmosphere.
Yeah, the atmosphere of that.
The unity of back of the house. It's
It's like there's a connection there.
yeah. There was a connection there. It was great because I found myself relating to a lot of the guys that were cooking alongside of me more than one of my brothers.
Sure.
So like it was quite bonding between like just employees because you were right beside someone for 10 hours
Right,
a
right.
day.
Both taking the hit for the evening, right?
Yeah.
That's why I said when Jonathan, drugs and alcohol, and then he found himself in a kitchen. It doesn't, you can relate to people in the kitchen.
Yeah.
A lot of people, find themselves there. It's almost
Yeah.
like where the land of, the back of the house, right? that's where you go.
Keep us hidden.
Yeah. Keep me behind closed doors.
Any interesting places that you ended up working at here in Austin? I mean, there's so many restaurants here. Before you ended up at Ranch Hand?
I worked my first actual restaurant gig was El Alma on Barton Springs, and it was a totally game changer because, like I said, I had started out at Wendy's as a fast food, and I thought I was like the best employee ever, and I started out in this kitchen.
What prided you on that? Was it your
Because I was fast. I was more knowledgeable on
how many hours do they make you work at Wendy's? Is it similar to a kitchen where they make you put in overtime and stuff?
No, they didn't.
Okay, so they send you home like a 40-hour thing.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
just curious.
yeah. But I put in my 40
But you
in
knew you
under
were
under 4 days. So
yeah. You had it in the back of your head. You were going to strive for something more. It sounds like.
yeah. I knew Wendy's was just a stepping stone.
Sure.
I couldn't not saying bad on
No.
people that are making careers out of that.
No, I'm sure there's
Because
very
it-
good careers in
Yeah,
all avenues.
yeah, for sure. But I just couldn't see myself doing that for so long. And I always tried to be more in whatever company that I was with. So yeah, I ended up at El Alma, just starting out as a prep guy.
And that's what is it? Barton Springs, and
It's Dawson.
that's
I've seen that Dawson turn into South First. I mean, no, not South First. It's like
right there.
Second or something.
near
like
the
that.
bike shop and all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Right next to Black's Barbecue now.
I think they've been praised on this podcast for their cocktails as a go-to for people.
Their cocktails are really good.
Yeah.
From the expert.
I'm not an expert. I just enjoy cocktails.
Okay. All right. Hence this, right? There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Ranch Rider.
Ranch Rider.
Yeah.
Hey, Keith, what about you? What El Alma? Anywhere else did you end up that you want to mention?
So it was just with the El Chile group that I just floated around with.
Is that them?
Yeah, that's them. They own El Chile, El Chilitos.
Oh, no kidding! I didn't know that.
Yuyo.
Oh no, kidding. Man, that's cool.
I manage. I was the executive chef for El Sapo. That sadly closed down just because they relocated us, and it wasn't a smart choice to do.
Yeah,
but
I guess you never know, right?
Yeah,
Circumstances.
they thought it was a good choice, and it's crazy how just being on the wrong side of the corner, it changes the view of what people see.
Sure.
And so yeah.
So they didn't even move to a different part of town. They just moved.
No, they moved to Lamar and 10th Street.
From where?
From Manor Road and Lafayette. Yeah. It was that triangle that's right there on Manor Road and Chicone, Lafayette.
Right. Yeah, you never know, right?
Yeah.
And all the regulars were like, where did it go? Right? We're not going over there.
We had a few regulars that kept on going, but
that's good.
But it wasn't the same as what we had when we were there.
Sure.
So,
yeah. Unpredictable. And Keith, what about you? 33 years. Gosh, this kid wasn't even born yet when you were starting cooking.
No, it wasn't.
None of us were. I wasn't.
I'm originally from Galway, Ireland.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
So, then no Woodford for you, huh?
No.
Wow.
It looks good.
Well, so okay. So from Ireland.
Yeah. So it was a family business. My mom's parents were in the restaurant business. So as a 11-year-old, I was put to work peeling potatoes, making sandwiches, doing all the grunt work.
Yeah.
But I was not the happiest a kid.
Okay.
But when I went into the kitchen, I was happy. So I stuck with it.
So being a kid, maybe you were more connecting with the actual craft of, cooking.
Somewhat. Because a lot of the time, being that young, there was only certain things they'd let you do. You were basically there to do the bitch work.
11.
You know.
Do you get a knife when you're 11? Yeah?
Hell no.
No. So here's a peeler, son.
Yeah,
You still fucked yourself up.
I still got a couple of peeler scars, but Ireland potatoes.
Yeah.
And they don't like skins on it, and everything was hand peeled. Just,
Wow. Yeah.
300-400 pounds of potatoes every day.
Yeah, I bet you got good at that.
Oh, yeah. And then they didn't let you sit in the kitchen either. That was the great thing about it. It was most kitchens had a little, shack out the back.
Okay.
And all the trainees were out the back peeling potatoes.
Oh, okay.
And you just sat there, smoked cigarettes, and peeled potatoes, and that was the first 2 or 3 years of kitchen work.
Sure.
But it was the camaraderie more than anything else.
Same. Yeah. Okay. So everybody's,
Then in Europe, or especially in Ireland and Britain, when you hit like the equivalent of 10th grade, you have a choice of either go off and do a trade or stay another 2 years and study and go off to college.
Yeah.
So when
They really focus in on that. And that's how where we get a lot of good chefs, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of amazing people coming out of Ireland and Britain. I think Marco Pierre White was the first non-French trained person to get, first person who had never worked in France to get 3 Michelin stars.
Wow.
And, back then they were like rock stars.
Yeah. Well,
You know.
still, in a way, yeah.
In a way.
I guess it's lost its zest a little bit, but
It is. It's because it's getting flooded now.
Yeah.
You got Food
but there's
Network
still
and all
those
these channels.
those OGs, right?
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, but after I did the culinary school thing, did my
So
apprenticeship.
you chose the
I
trade.
chose it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is.
So
this
10th
is
grade,
me.
do they actually get you started with the culinary in 10th grade, or do you?
You go straight into culinary school after the 10th grade.
Wow.
So I went and did the 2-year program. It was called. God, it's been so long now. I forget. It was called the Regional Technical College.
Doesn't sound like culinary school.
Well, they had all various programs.
Oh, I got you.
But now it's called the Galway Mayo Institute of Technology, even though half of the school is culinary
Yeah.
based.
Well,
but they
science and math, right?
yes, again. I did that, bounced around Europe for a couple of years, working different hotels, restaurants, and once I hit 21, legal drinking age, I headed back to Boston. And then I went to California, and then I came to Texas to check it out and ended up getting married.
Wow.
And I've been stuck here since.
So you were, 21 when you came here?
21 when I came to the U.S., yeah. I'd actually lived in Boston for a couple of years when I was a kid.
Man, you've been around.
Yeah.
So what's the difference? I mean, obviously times have changed, but what's like the biggest difference with like cooking in Ireland or Europe, and here?
When I first started out in Europe, it was a career choice for most people.
Oh, and you hear
know.
some people it's out of
And-
circumstance, they have to do it.
When you came over here, it was pretty much, you didn't have cooks. You had, most hotels had the chef, the sous chefs. And then everything underneath that was 4th through 4th year commies, which were the trainees and the apprentices. And if you didn't progress from one year to the next, you were pretty much, that was your cooking career was over. You didn't have lifelong cooks. Everybody was striving to be a chef, but only about 15 to 20% would make it. The rest would end up going off into different paths.
Okay, so that's what happens if you
Yeah.
don't make the cut. You kind of go
was-
be a plumber.
That was back then. Now, again, everything's changing because even back then, everybody was on salary, so you were used and abused. I mean, when I started out, I made £60 a week, which was the equivalent of $100. And you worked 70, 80, 90 hours a week.
That's pretty gnarly.
But now with all the European Union and the laws, everybody's hourly, they've got rights,
Yeah. Right.
So you end up now where you've got just an influx of people who are like, nope, that's it, I want to cook, and they never go further. So kitchens are hiring them because they can't abuse people anymore. So,
And then you Boston, right? You said
Yeah.
you were there, and then you've got the drastic change in weather there and here, and
oh yeah,
these guys. Have you guys even seen snow? Apparently, you have here a couple times.
Here,
right? Maybe once.
seen
or twice.
sleet.
Once, 3/4 of an inch, maybe.
You like the heat better
yeah.
over the?
Oh yeah, I can't stand this weather we're having right now.
Oh yeah, it reminds you of Boston.
It reminds me of Ireland. That's why I left.
Yeah. So dreary, kind of cold.
Dreary, cold, just
Wet.
nothing to look at. You open the door, you don't even. It's like I don't even want to see today.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
you come out here during the summer, it's sunny, it's nice.
What's a day like this for you guys? Look, he's like an abused dog. Like when he's like, I can't stay, he can't come out. But what do you guys see when you see the weather like this? Because we've got like a dark, dreary day. Just
I honestly don't like it too much.
yeah. You
I'm
still get that. You get what he feels.
more
It's
of a summer person,
yeah.
hot heat.
It's depressing.
Yeah.
No, I hate it too. That's why I left Chicago, and I'm here now too.
Yeah, that's
Same.
cold.
Yeah, same. I mean, Boston's just as cold. Right?
No,
No?
not like Chicago. You got that lake cold.
That wind.
Yeah, that's true. I'm gone there. I'm from there now. But interesting. And you both said you're both. You don't drink. You don't do drugs anymore. You did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. and,
Years on end.
and I currently don't. Sober October.
That's good.
T minus 27 hours or whatever it is.
Counting
so-
those minutes.
Yeah. And you brought this, so Ranch Rider Spirits, you say it's more of like a cocktail.
Yeah, that's one of our cocktails. Ranch Water. It's a Texas.
Very tempting right now.
It's a Texas. It's
Would you say it's on the market with like hard seltzer water?
The difference will be that most of those are malt beverages.
Malt
this is
beverage, yeah.
actual premium liquor.
okay.
Tequila.
It's actual tequila. It's
Oh,
not
yeah?
tequila flavored malt beverage like most of
This
these
is,
cocktails are.
This is pretty cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think I've seen. Is this a thing that there are things like this?
There's one other is Cut Water, but yeah, they're like everyone that we've sampled it to is just blown away by it, and they're like, it's one of those things where you're like, why didn't I think of this before?
Right. Yeah.
So
Are you guys going to try and produce this and sell it locally?
yeah, sell it locally.
And like whatever, Sprouts, Whole Foods, HEBs.
Specs. Well,
Specs.
because it has actual
tequila
liquor.
Oh, okay, because you can't do that at
yeah. You can't do that at HEB.
or Whole Foods.
No,
No,
I don't
it's
think
gotta
so.
be a liquor
yeah.
store.
Yeah, it has to be a liquor store.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
like Specs, Twin Liquors, they will be carrying Ranch Rider Spirits Co.
Well, cool. You got to keep an eye out for that. I'll try that in 27 hours.
Just keep it cold.
Yeah, no, I'll throw it back in the fridge. What led you guys to call it quits on the booze and
The judge.
the judge? Same
Same
thing.
trouble with the law.
Yeah, but that was enough for you guys, or you just kind of after? So the law led you to sobriety, and then after that, you kind of. I mean, because no judge is watching over you right now, or am I wrong about that?
You are wrong about that right now,
Oh, okay.
unfortunately.
Oh,
Yeah.
so when are
But-
you done with that?
But when I'm done with that, I plan on keeping my sobriety as well.
So you enjoy it,
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I really do.
and the judge told you what? How long ago?
She told me over 7 years ago
7 years.
that this was my last chance.
Yeah.
Like, if I came into her courtroom.
Was that in Texas?
Oh yeah, that was in Texas.
Yeah.
I had numerous DWIs.
Yeah.
And I was told, you come in here again, just we're going to throw the key away.
Throw the key away.
So it was sort of like, well, I think she's serious this time.
Sure.
Because I didn't listen to it before. I just kept carrying on,
Yeah.
never paid attention, and then you get to the point where your employer's like looking at you like you're a fuck up. Your family
Yeah.
looks at you like you're a fuck up, and you even start looking at yourself like,
Sure.
this ain't me. I'm not. I might be fucked up, but I'm not this fucked up.
Yeah.
Then you realize you are. So it was the judge helped, and then I was, I got to change something, or I'm just gonna spend the rest of my life in and out of jail, and I'll never amount to anything.
Yeah. Who wants that?
And I was.
Your wife has always been with you through all this.
Yeah, she supported me through.
Is she
for
herself
12 years.
sober?
She's never been a drinker.
Okay.
It's
It's not a big deal for her.
It wasn't a big deal. She didn't have to give up anything. I mean, she was the type who would drink maybe a glass of wine at Thanksgiving, but it was just never
Wouldn't
her
that be
thing.
interesting? A glass of wine at Thanksgiving.
No,
A
it wouldn't.
glass. Isn't Thanksgiving the most like booziest.
Well, yeah. No,
Holiday
I just
that
mean
you have.
in general, right? People who make it to like the holidays, or it's like a glass of wine every night, or a beer every night.
No, but like I've read somewhere that Thanksgiving is the holiday where the most amount of just
Alcohol is
It's
consumed.
when all the families
alcohol
get together.
is consumed. Yeah,
I think maybe that's like this when it starts and then it ends around New Year's,
Yeah, I would have
right?
said
Like
New
it's just like the
Year's
whole
was
month
probably
of
the
December.
would have been the
Yeah.
biggest night for alcohol. St. Patrick's Day is another
I would have
one.
thought that
Cinco
too,
de
yeah.
Mayo.
Right. Now that you're saying, now that
Yeah.
you say that, but it does make sense, like with all the families getting together, having some
yeah,
drinks. But
Yeah.
like,
because St. Patrick's Day,
everybody's
it's
drinking.
not everybody getting together. It's
what about
just
New
like,
Year's? I guess a lot of people don't do. I mean, how many years did you decide? Just I'm not doing this. I'm not going out. Well, I mean, did you ever say I'm too old for this shit and stay home?
for New Year's,
Yeah.
I haven't. Not
Not
yet.
yet.
Not
I'm
yet.
too old. It may be a child. I mean, you got children. I'm surprised. I'm
Yeah.
surprised. Yeah, no, I pulled the plug on that game a long time ago. Especially here in Austin. I mean, people with the driving is crazy enough as it is.
Yeah.
You throw some alcohol in the mix, you don't know where it's going.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so that's a good stretch though. So did you get any advice from him for like cleaning up your act ever? Or do you ever lean on him for any? Not really?
No, not really. You can't say
got
that.
him under
I know that
control?
we do have a bond together because we are sober together
Yeah.
that way.
So how do you guys relate to like the industry where alcohol and drugs are they dominate a lot of it, right? I mean, a lot of
Yeah,
people
for
like to
sure.
drink after work or smoke, some weed or whatever. Does it bother you guys? You guys, are you guys just doing your own thing and don't think about it?
I don't think about it anymore. I mean,
Was there a time you did?
The first year when I sobered up, it was hard being around. I'd literally come to work and leave straight after. I wouldn't hang out because
You knew you'd drink.
I wanted to be sitting there with the beer or doing the shots and all that. So I had to change that lifestyle. I had to literally cut off trying to hang out in a bar. I'd tried to sober up before.
Yeah, right.
And I mean, it never worked. I mean, I might get a month here or something like that, but eventually I'd just, I'd miss out on. I felt like I was missing out, so I'd just join back in.
Yeah.
But I mean, now it doesn't bother me. I mean, we're down at Native Hostel all the time, so when we finish work, I'll go out, sit there, I'll drink a Coke. George will have a cocktail or two.
Right.
Thank
And
you.
it doesn't
And
bother
now
me.
it's not a big deal.
No, you just don't. I mean, after so much time, you don't. I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't miss it. I do miss it.
Yeah.
But I don't notice it. It's not like, oh God, I just.
It's not at the front of your mind.
No, it's no longer there. I
Right.
mean, it's a big change. I mean, you literally.
Well, 7 years is a long
Yeah.
time too.
I mean, to stay sober, you got to cut off that whole past. You can't keep hanging out with the same people you used to get high and drunk with.
Sorry, George. Gotta go.
Well, George, I didn't hang out with him back then, so that's different. But
Yeah. And Jonathan, how was your adjustment period so far?
I would say it's the same. The first 6 months, especially being sober, was really difficult. Just not.
Just same thing. Mine's turning. Why can't I drink?
Yeah, why not? Who's stopping me from drinking?
Yeah.
But like working at Native as well, I would say the same thing. That it's not that big of a deal anymore now. I think I've gotten past that point of it being that much of a temptation or something.
Yeah. I don't even think we've mentioned the Native Hostels is a bar. What else is it? It is a
Cafe.
It's a cafe. It's a hostel. It's an event space. It's very multi-use area.
and it's relatively new, right?
it just
I think
celebrated 2 years.
2 years,
just
yeah.
a few months ago.
And
Yeah.
originally they did have a food program because I know it was Chef Jim, who's now at Holy Roller. He was, I guess it would have just been called Native Hostels. They just had a kitchen in there.
Yeah.
But then they went to focus more on the bar,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is what I'm
Because
kind of
it's-
getting at. I don't even think we've really mentioned
Yeah.
The ranch hand is located in the back, right, of Native Hostels, and you guys got to cater to the guests there or whatever it is.
Yeah, to the clientele that comes in, we do pull in our fair share of just people that are trying to get our food. But yeah, just people going there to drink and they realize that they've had too much to drink and they're like, we need some food, and we're there. Just
Yeah.
to
It
supply
works
with
out for
whatever
you
they-
guys. What
yeah.
do you guys? What time do you guys stay open till then?
We close out Sunday through Thursday. We close at 9, and then Friday and Saturday we close at 11
10.
or 10.
10.
Yeah,
10.
sorry. I don't close that often.
Yeah, he doesn't know what the weekend looks like in there.
And how long have you guys been at the ranch? Or Native Hostels? A year ish?
No, it's
not
About a
even.
month before I came on, so
Man.
about 7.5 months.
Okay. So that's a good stretch.
Yeah.
But how long has the trailer or the concept been around before you guys were at Native Hostels?
It was a year and
So it's new.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we've only been open 2 years, so
Very cool.
and for what is it? Almost 6 months? No, yeah, just
At
about
Native?
6 months. Yeah,
Right
A
before
little
I
over.
started.
It was right before I started, so it's been
April
about
1st, right?
I started April 1st, so and you guys had already done a
A few
couple of weeks
Yeah.
there before and took a break for South by and opened up again.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just wanted to mention that we were talking about the drinking, but you're fine there. But it's a bar. So you can go there. So let me ask, now that you guys are there, do you guys not get out as much, like with the truck? Do you guys really just keep it there?
Honestly, we don't even really work out of the truck anymore. The truck really
you guys
goes
work out
out.
of the kitchen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we work out of the kitchen.
Oh, so
Yeah,
people order-
We built out what used to be their prep area. We built out a kitchen.
Okay.
We just rearranged everything.
What's in the
to,
trailer? The truck.
The truck it's pretty much like a movie star now. You have to pay for her to go out and
Oh yeah.
go to your events.
Okay.
So it's
Do you
it's
guys
really
still
good.
do that frequently, or do you guys more focused
Quite
on
a bit.
Yeah, quite
Yeah.
a bit. Honestly,
Okay.
I thought it wouldn't do as much because we set it at 1,500 for it to go out.
Okay.
But
Plus, so 15's the starting point.
yeah, 15 is the starting point. And
Then-
that's the base. Like
Okay.
it doesn't go out anything under that, and if you want anything under that, it's just going to be basic catering.
You know, we started this podcast talking about, stop eating shit for lunch, kind of the concept with healthier foods. But tell me more real quick about what kind of foods on the menu. I mentioned quinoa and like sweet potatoes, but like you guys can explain this better than I can.
Yeah, so we got a lot of healthy stuff. I mean, the primary focus is to eat a lot of meat. You want to eat
Ranch,
steak. Yeah, you want to eat your chicken. You want to eat
Where do
your
you guys
pork.
work with the ranches?
So our biggest ranch is Heartland through the Beeman family.
Okay.
Brand.
Heartbrand.
Heartburn.
Heartbrand.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Heartburn.
Brain's dead. It's been a long day. That's our biggest ranch, and then we source in chicken from various local ranches.
Okay.
Or it just depends when
It's
they're
all
getting ready
local?
for slaughter. Everything comes from Texas.
Nice.
Yeah. All our meats come from Texas.
Pork's
and
from Duroc, right?
that's the type of pig. It's a
Oh.
Duroc pig, but we source from 3 or 4 different farms, just depending on when they do the kills.
Nice.
Because there's really unless you go into the really big processing plants, they don't have year round.
Yeah. And
So
you don't
some of the
want that,
smaller
yeah.
ones, so we just,
So the focus is meat.
yeah, the focus is so that way you can eat the meat. And then the healthy, clean living comes from all the vegetables and the low carbs and stuff. So that way you're not going out to a steakhouse eating it with the baked potato and all the the usual crap and getting filled up.
Or Bob's with a carrot.
Yeah, so we're
You guys seen that?
so we get a lot of kale, a lot of spinach, grilled corn, black beans, just all stuff that's full of nutrients, and
And
that's
they're
good for you.
put together in like a bowl kind of.
A bowl or a plate, depending. We got a couple of salad bowls. We have our cilantro bowl, which has like spinach, corn, black beans, pickled watermelon, radish,
Sounds
Avocado.
good.
Good stuff.
avocado.
Yeah.
Cucumbers.
What's the
Cucumbers.
the meat in there, or do you guys? Is it different?
They get to choose.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
we carry the rosemary and garlic marinated chicken. We do a coffee and pepper crusted akushi sirloin steak, and then we do a southwestern Duroc pulled pork. And then for the people who can't eat meat,
Oh yeah, I was going to ask.
we do a seasoned tofu, and we also do a grilled portobello mushroom.
Yeah.
Because we do get a lot of
Oh, I'm
healthy
sure
salad. We do get the
Yeah.
vegetarians who have a severe form of FOMO.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure, especially at. I mean, I don't know. It's very common in Austin, right?
Yeah.
It is. I mean,
Yeah.
So you sell probably
Austin-
more of those than people would probably think.
Yeah. This concept works very well in Austin because Austin has been known to,
It's a health
Like-
conscious town.
yeah, it's a very health conscious town. They make sure that as much as they're sitting behind a computer, that they're eating properly and working out and doing the things that they need to do to
Yeah.
stay in shape.
I'm so Brian and Quentin. What sparked it? Why? I mean, I know they're just like stop eating shit for lunch, but like, where did they get the audacity to just we're opening up a food truck? Here it goes.
Well, it was going back to it was a class project, and because
They took it too far.
just not yeah
Now it's open.
yeah
They got an A, I hope.
yeah they ran the numbers and they saw that there was potential there, and they decided to run with it, and they had a chef before myself come on, and he helped start the menu, and then they hired me, and I had experience just making companies just profitable and like making sure that everything runs smoothly.
Sure.
And so just a combination of the previous chef's menu and just minor tweaks to what we were doing just skyrocket the concept. And
So, what is the goal? Where do you guys want to go? Where do you want to be?
the goal is to have a location in every state, obviously, but
Not a trailer, a brick and mortar.
brick and mortar. Yeah.
So, what's the next step on the board here?
As of right now, it's Ranch Rider.
Ranch Rider.
Ranch Rider is gonna push forward the entire company as soon as it goes into production, and that's gonna fund into opening brick and mortars, and then
And I'm assuming our first brick and mortar would want to be here.
yeah, Austin. Austin is the heart of Ranch Hand.
Okay.
I mean, we are constantly looking for somewhere, and we had found a couple of locations, but I mean, with the Austin real estate market, it's as soon as you find a place, somebody comes in, especially the chain restaurants will come in and outbid you, especially for prime locations.
Yeah.
And we wanted to keep it as close to downtown as possible. We didn't,
Okay. So I was going to ask,
Yeah.
because the way Austin is, has anybody talked about Cedar Park or Round Rock or Pflugerville or anything like that, or you guys are focusing on making it in Austin?
Right now, we're going to stay focused on Austin. mean, a lot of our business is corporate catering, and we're all, I mean, we do a ton of business downtown, and that's our home. And plus, we grew up on the UT campus, so really we want the first one to be as close to as possible.
Do you guys get a lot of patrons from UT still?
Yeah.
Yeah, are they good, big supporters?
Yeah, and we still do a lot of catering. We still go out to football game. We bring the truck out to the football games.
So they know who you are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we keep just showing up to these bigger events. Like we did ACL, which brought us 10,000 people who'd never eaten our food before.
Yeah, it's great.
So, I mean, it's more...
And I know you guys get out because you guys are, signed up for things. Like you guys were in a show in Houston, right? I mean, somebody was, because that's how, I believe, my...
Oh, yeah. I went down
So is you.
Yeah, I went down to...
So you're trying to get the name out
some
there.
sort of food. Yeah, it was
Houston food restaurant show.
Yeah, the restaurant show. Me and our catering director went down there specifically looking for a catering platform software. That's what we had went down there for.
So you weren't out there like, we're Ranch Hand, this is what we're doing.
But we were doing that, but we had went down there with one focus, but then we met quite a few people while we were down there.
Cheap to do, usually.
No, it's not, but we wanted to see... We kept getting a lot of people who'd send us emails. This is the ideal. But they're just trying to sell us stuff. We want to actually go down and see the stuff for ourselves before we chose something.
For what? I know this is a total random tangent, but
just a software program to streamline catering. Because
where'd you land on?
Honestly, we haven't actually we haven't gotten around to it yet.
Okay.
We're still building it through a Google platform, and because each one had a little of something we wanted, but we couldn't find that one program that had everything we wanted.
Okay.
But
you guys, you mentioned this corporate stuff. This is the clientele that calls you guys up.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever think about setting up shop in like one of these corporate facilities, like and being, catering to them there for lunch daily?
We've done, that's kind of what Fuda is. It's just like a pop-up at their facility. And we get a small percentage of their...
It's not the greatest thing.
Yeah, it's not the greatest. So you're losing out and just sending 2 employees to be out there because it's one person assembling a bowl. Because it really just looks bad when you just show up with pre-assembled bowls.
Yes.
And so people don't think it's as fresh as it is.
Right.
Because even though even when the bowls go out of our kitchen pre-assembled to third-party caterings, they are cooked fresh that day.
Yeah, and kind of another random thing, but the bowls got to hold up pretty well anyway. Like if you were to pick a bowl up and just like drive it over here, it'd still be just as good, right?
Yeah.
Especially if you just heat it up.
Yeah,
we're on Uber Eats, and
it's probably because there's some food that just doesn't hold up the same if you deliver it or something. But like Ranch Hand, that stuff's got to hold up.
Holds up. And one of the things we did when we signed up, with Uber was seeing which foods would travel well. So before we'd let anything go out for delivery, like any specific menu item, we'd actually drive home with it 20 minutes and see what it looked like, how it tasted when it went. So like our brunch menu, we've got eggs and stuff on it that we do on the weekends. None of our brunch goes out because nobody wants to get a box with a fried egg that's sat there for 20 minutes. It's all steaming up.
You only say that because you haven't drank in 7 years.
Probably that, yeah.
There's somebody out there who's like, what? That's exactly what I want. No, but
probably is.
right, you're right though. Right?
But,
It comes all soggy and nasty.
Yeah, that way we've got a 4.8 rating with Uber Eats.
Oh,
And
cool.
we're just right under that 4.9 mark, and
That was that one guy, right?
Yeah, we had a new guy who started, and
It was a guy from Ranch. I met it.
Actual
Some,
he forgot
some guy who lost his job that day, and his girlfriend left him, and he wrote a bad review.
No, somebody forgot to actually put chicken on a bowl, so we got a real nasty review about that.
Well, if there was tofu on there, I'm sure it wasn't nasty.
That's exactly what it was.
Shut up.
Yeah.
It was tofu.
It was tofu. It was just
And he bit into it thinking it was chicken. He was like, what?
like, what's this spongy shit?
Yeah. He's like, this ain't fucking chicken.
Tastes really great though.
Tofu's gnarly, man. I mean, you can marinate. Do you guys marinate it or grill it or what?
We grill it, then saute it.
Grill it and saute it.
And saute it in a nice dressing.
Dressing.
Yeah.
Because it's got to have something, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can't
What
just
kind
eat
of
that shit
dressing?
plain.
Yeah, no, but like dressing could make it just be like good, right? I mean, ish.
Like honestly, I don't eat tofu.
You don't eat tofu.
But the flavor of it is really good. I can't.
Oh, you can't do the consistency of it.
Yeah, like it's almost a spongy taste. And
Well,
just
when
like,
somebody said, "What's tofu?" and you say bean curd, it's just like okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but these vegetarians and vegans, I mean, we've got tofu, tempeh, seitan, all these funky things, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess tofu's just up there with one of the funky things. Next subject.
yeah. No, yeah, and we're always looking to just cater to what Austin wants and needs.
Yeah,
and
you know what, you have to, right?
Tempeh is one of those things that
Tempeh's on
we're one of the things that we're looking into. I worked with it.
What is tempeh?
Tempeh is the
that
actual soybean.
Okay. So it's all soy. Because
Yeah.
tofu is soy.
Yeah.
Tempeh is soy.
It's
Is
the
seitan soy?
actual bean that it's fermented, and they package it into these slabs of.
Yeah. That actually does resemble meat in a way.
No.
From what I've seen.
No, it's more like a nutty flavor, and the Flying Tempeh brothers have perfected it to where they
Local guys?
they are
You guys
local.
are working with those
yeah.
guys. Possibly.
I've worked with them in the when I was managing El Sapo. Matt Chapman, I think that was his name. He was one of our servers when he started the business, and they figured out the way to fermentate it at the proper point where it's like not bitter.
Yeah,
So,
I'm not familiar
yeah.
with it.
So it tastes good.
So you guys are exploring that, huh?
Yeah, we're going to start.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's not necessarily on the radar right now, but yeah.
Well, I am sorry for vegans and vegetarians. We really gave tofu a hard time there. I'm sure there's some people who do enjoy it.
We've actually found something that's a lot better for vegans and vegetarians. Is we've started like a barbecued pulled jackfruit.
Yeah.
Now,
Now that I've tried, and just like that,
that
barbecue.
actually tastes like food.
Yeah.
You know.
like pork.
Yeah. No, it's really. I was surprised, but it's got the texture, and it even actually looks like it.
But these things aren't on the menu yet, because
The jack pork we bring out to events. We did it this past weekend. We were at the Picnic Electronic, and we premiered it there, and it went down well.
Yeah.
Because once I heard jackfruit, I was like, but once you taste it,
So even you're a believer. All right.
yeah, on that one I'm a believer. The tofu and stuff, I'm meat.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and so we just have to keep looking at what customers want. And
Sure.
and like for
Do you take
being
their feedback in some way?
we do. It's always important to hear what our customers are demanding from us, and what their opinions are. And some of them are, they've clearly haven't worked in the restaurant industry, and we're like, all right, these people don't really understand what's going on. But
Well, give me one of those examples. And no.
I think because they are very, very unique, and we haven't had too many of them, I don't want to.
Oh, okay. Somebody will be like, "Hey,
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, they're bad mouthing me on the.
Yeah.
I was going to say radio, but it's a
no,
podcast.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is all live. No. Wow, okay.
Here comes the anxiety.
No, you guys are. You
Yeah.
guys, you guys are good.
Keith was telling me, for me to come up here, I need to have at least 2 shots and
Well, there you go.
in a White Russian.
Yeah.
Well, you can at least get the shots taken care of.
No.
I don't want to do that to Keith yet.
Yeah. Not yet. You gotta
Not
wait
yet.
till I retire.
Well, so when you guys are at these events, or I guess even at Native, more or less events, do you guys get a lot of people who already know who you are?
We're getting a lot more.
A lot more.
The more we're going out, the more. And then what's happened is the more these events we go to, people are coming and finding us at Native. So that partnership with Native works both ways. You get the people who come in and drink, and then, oh, we need food. And then you're getting the people now who are coming in for the food are like, oh, wow, there's a bar here too. So they'll stay and have drinks. So
Yeah, good marriage.
partnership is growing for both sides. So it's, we get people searching us down and calling us. And big question always at events is, do you have a brick and mortar? Then the other is, do you do catering? My company would love this. So we're always prepared. We're handing
Yes,
out cards.
for the catering. And,
Yes.
And what do you guys say with the brick and mortar? No, not right now,
No, we
but
say
it's in the works.
we say basically, we do have a brick and mortar. We're just inside Native Hostel.
Okay.
So
all right.
that way you can still come down and, get food in a restaurant setting.
Now, do they have any branding, out of curiosity, like outside of Native Hostels in the front? Because I know the trailer is in the back, right?
Yeah.
So is there any, how do they promote it?
We got a giant sign on the side of Native right there on the I-35
Okay, so
that
it
says
is.
"Stop eating shit for lunch."
Okay.
And then there's a couple of signs on the doors around the place as well, because there's another company in there that does the coffee, Creature Coffee. So if you walk up to the door, you see Native Hostel, Ranch Hand, Creature Coffee. You
Yeah.
know, it's just like a mix of businesses in there.
And you guys are obviously on Instagram.
Yes.
The Ranch Hand is at We Are Ranch Hand. Mm-hmm. Is it We Are Ranch Hand on Instagram?
Yeah.
At We Are Ranch Hand.
And that's also the website?
Yeah.
WeAreRanchHand.com.
And
yeah.
even if you search up "stop eating shit for lunch,"
Okay.
Ranch Hand pops up.
You guys are staying with this, right? No matter what.
Oh, yeah.
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 Even if you blow up and
The-
get so much pushback, you got to keep this, right?
Yeah, because
That's us.
it's only kid sensitive.
Well, there's this company. What it makes me think of it, there's this company that makes these bags, and the name of their company is Nutsack. And they're these awesome bags. They're like waxed canvas, but they're really amazing. And they also got some pushback because it's a little acorn for a logo, and then it says Nutsack. And you get a lot of people who apparently didn't like that. So what they started to offer was just the acorn. Like, you can actually choose. Do you want yours to have the branding with Nutsack or without the logo? That's what initially gave me the idea. Well, just keep it in there, but I don't know, take out the word shit. Or you guys have already done it though. Stop
Yeah.
before lunch.
Yeah, stop for lunch.
Is there a
and
big
then-
gap also there? So people are like, what does it usually say?
Yeah, it's always a conversation starter for sure.
No, it's great. I love it. I mean, it's very fitting too.
Yeah, and the thing about it as well is even the people who don't like the slogan still know who you are.
Yeah.
Because they're going to remember that's Ranch Hand going around with that damn slogan, But
Has the actual slogan brought like a meaning into each of your life, like played a role? Have you guys actually stopped eating shit for lunch?
Yeah.
Well,
Or do you
definitely
guys
for
do
lunch. Definitely for lunch because normally lunchtime
Oh, you're
I am
there?
at work, so
shit.
there's
So-
no shit at work. So,
Oh, okay, because it does not say breakfast or dinner.
yeah,
You do whatever you want
yeah,
for those.
yeah, breakfast or dinner.
Yeah. No, I mean, I still eat a lot of junk.
Do you?
Yeah. Sweets.
Sweet tooth?
Yeah.
Chocolate or savory sweets or the
Chocolate
sugary?
is big. Sugar. Anything with sugar.
Anything with
Anything with sugar. It replaces the alcohol, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so, you know.
Yeah, this whole month I did like a pint of ice cream every night. It's true.
Nice.
It's true. Well, this sort of leads me. Yeah, go for it, please.
Thank you.
Yes. Into the one question I always ask, and I'll start with Jonathan, which is where are your go-to places, even if it's total garbage?
Let's see. I would say my go-to place right now would be Beer Plant.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like.
Which is vegetarian.
Yeah, totally vegetarian. I know these guys are not.
He's a bit more onto the
I
vegetarian.
really
you?
like. Yeah.
Okay.
I really
Hey,
like-
I was a vegetarian pescatarian. I ate fish for years,
Same here.
like over a decade.
Oh, not that long, but
But I'm fully off that train.
same here now.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'll eat anything and everything. But so the beer plant, that's great. Chef Matt, do you know him?
I don't actually.
Tuesday, nobody there?
No.
Oh, okay, cool crew.
No, I don't know anybody there, but
Yeah.
yeah. I really like that place. I've been there several times in the past
Nice.
3 months now. So
And what do you get when you go there?
I get that starting out with that buffalo cauliflower for
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
The appetizer, and
Sure.
then the I believe it's the seitan pulled pork sandwich.
So
there
have you
as
guys
well.
been telling these guys about these like what do you call it? Meat substitutes or whatever?
I don't mention it too much to these guys at all. 'cause
What's the beer?
I know who they are already. Meat eaters. I'm a meat eater as well, but I really do enjoy all the varieties of vegan vegetarianism.
Yeah. There's not. Name another vegan restaurant or vegetarian besides Bolden Creek or Mother's.
Off the top of my head, I can't think of anything.
Because we
Besides
had
those two.
on one of these podcasts. It was Madi Soto. She's at Sweet Ritual, which they do the vegan ice cream.
Casa de Luz vegan.
Is it?
I
think so.
believe they
that's
are.
That's a good one.
That's a
but
good
there's
place
just
as
not a
well.
lot for such a health conscious town where you think they'd be all
100%.
everywhere. Yeah. So beer plant. That's a good spot. Any other places?
I really like sticking with my Madame Mams as well, Thai food.
Okay.
For sure.
Nice.
Saps as well.
So you live south?
I live southwest area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keith, what about, is there any others?
That's about it for now, yeah. Can't think of anything else.
Where's your go-to?
Right now, the past couple of weeks, it's been the Salt Trader since they opened.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Had you been to the one up north there?
I hadn't been to the one up north. I don't like traffic, so
Yeah.
you won't see me up north very often.
That's a far stretch too.
Yeah.
How was it?
I mean, the first time I went in, I had the lobster roll, and living up in Boston, I like lobster roll.
Yeah.
My only criticism to them was I don't know why they put horseradish in it.
Okay.
I was just like that. I couldn't understand. I mean, it was good, but it was just like caught me off guard.
Sure.
But oysters, fresh, beautiful.
Yeah.
And then the fish and chips they got there, the cod is perfect.
At the fish and chips is
Yeah.
good. That's the one thing I've had there up north. It's bomb.
Yeah, yeah,
That's good.
Yeah, that I definitely would go back. And I'm sort of person who I like to try out restaurants. So I'll go a place once, maybe twice. I don't really have a regular spot
Well,
when it
then
comes to other
maybe-
food. Red Ash is another place I'll go to quite often.
Okay. Which is good Italian
Yeah.
food, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. And then Cafe Milano on Southwest Parkway. It's a little family-run bistro, and they just do.
Is it by a catering place over there?
No, it's in a little strip mall right by Boston Lane.
And a Subway in there?
Yeah, Subway's in
Okay.
there. There's Subway. There's a liquor store.
I think there is a
and
catering place
convenience
called
store.
Promisi.
Oh yeah, there might be actually. I
Yeah.
don't pay. I'm not the most focused person on seeing what's
Sure.
around. I'm
Well,
focused
catering's
on
always
what I
usually
want.
incognito too. Right?
Yeah,
But I
Yeah.
think that I've not been there though.
yeah. Cafe Milano is a place me and my wife will go to quite a bit. It's small, it's intimate, and
What's the
food-
cuisine?
Italian.
Okay.
It's family style, homemade. The owner Sam is originally from Italy, so he just goes through his whole family's recipes.
Cool.
So they've actually, I think they took over the store next door to them, so they're putting in more tables. They've been
Nice.
open about 10 years.
Okay, that's a good stretch.
Yeah.
Here in Austin.
Yeah, and especially on Southwest. He was on Southwest Parkway since before there was anything out there.
I'm always looking for suggestions. That's not too far from here,
No, it's not actually. It's
and there's not tons to eat out here.
yeah, this is convenient tonight because I'm not too far from home.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Where do you go to?
I like all Asian food and Vietnamese. So I like to go to Hai Ki or Hai Kai. I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
Yeah,
888. I've gone with these guys multiple times. And then I always just find myself going back to the old Chile group.
Yeah.
Going to
Fan of their
Yu-Yo.
stuff. Yeah.
Yu-Yo.
That's on Manor, right?
Yeah, that's on Manor. I'm a big fan of seafood, ceviche, and they have some good recipes there.
Nice.
So
Cool.
Yeah,
Any
Rose.
others?
Yeah, roast steak and shrimp. As well.
I was gonna
He's
drop
well
that,
known
but-
for there.
Do you guys like breakfast sandwiches?
For myself, I don't.
Don't.
I don't.
do.
It's not that I don't like them. It's just that I don't really have.
I've heard of
This is Ryan Rose in Brooklyn Breakfast Shop. Do you guys know where the Yard is?
on Burn It.
It's
No.
on. Oh no, not the restaurant. The Yard. I guess it's. I don't know exactly what it is. There's a bunch of things in there, but his food truck, his new food truck, is set up out there. But the Brooklyn Breakfast Shop, you can go get a breakfast sandwich. You should try it anyway. Maybe he could convert you. but
Well, it's like it's not that I don't have a breakfast place. It's just that I've just constantly always work mornings.
oh yeah,
So I'm always just rushing to work,
yeah.
trying not to be 2 hours late.
Yeah,
No, I know how that.
he
Goes.
has Flavio cooking breakfast every morning.
Oh, is that
Flavio's one of
something- is that
our
some-
morning cooks.
Yeah. Okay. So what? I think I've walked in on that before. Yeah.
Walked in on us getting breakfast.
Yeah. Yes. And then someone. So Austin and Rosemary just opened a place on I don't know, Kirby Lane, 35th, 38th, wherever that is, that little area, called Spread and Co. It's they originally started out doing like charcuterie boards for like delivery. And now they've opened this little shop there. I'm just mentioning these because
nice.
these are like friends of the podcast who Ryan's been on here. Those guys are supposed to be coming on. And then Edgar Rico opened Nixed. So because like they do the nixtamalized, the corn tortillas. That's on 12th Street on the east side. So those are some suggestions for anyone or you guys.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I
but
mean-
good people, good stuff. And,
Yeah, I order half of our food off of Uber Eats. So if they're on Uber Eats, we'll try 'em.
Ryan Rosen, he definitely is.
'Cause
Yeah.
I'm too lazy to go pick shit up.
So yeah, that Brooklyn breakfast shop is good. It's good, but there's an egg involved, so I don't know about the.
Oh, I'm fine with that.
See, the alcohol or not, it's all good.
Yeah.
Send it my way.
Exactly.
It's good though, right?
Yeah, it's really smooth.
Yes, you've had this,
Love
yeah.
it. No, I haven't
Oh,
had,
so
had it.
good.
I was,
Good.
I was,
It's-
I was
It's
reading
literally
it.
just been the go-to ever since we started getting it here. I was experimenting with others, but that's like just the one. It's a good, decent price point. Woodford Reserve, sponsored by Woodford Reserve here. I wish.
I win. I'll be honest.
We're working on
You're
it.
working on it. Just
Yeah.
keep plugging
Hey,
that name
reach
till they
out
send
to
a
me,
check.
please.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I have jokingly said that we're looking for a alcohol sponsorship. There needs to be no money involved, just like a garage full of beer or Woodford will be fine.
Hey, Ranch Hand Spirits Co. Ranch
yeah.
Rider Spirits
First
Co.
official sponsor of the podcast.
Yeah, you got it. We'll send you 2 cases or so every so often.
You know what? That's a great idea, though. Actually,
And a
turn
couple of
people onto
t-shirts.
this. Yeah.
It goes with your theme in here, man.
Yeah. There you go. That's a good spot.
Rustic.
But this will be gone soon. But I'll put the can here though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
26 hours.
Yeah, and we
Save the can as the
we
first
have
sponsored drink.
Yeah. This is cool.
we have 3 SKUs coming out. It's the Ranch Water, which has tequila, lime juice,
This one.
and sparkling water, and then we have a Paloma and a Chilton.
What's that?
Chilton is the vodka, lemon juice, and sparkling water.
Does it have the nutrition facts on here? Because
Yeah.
does this cater to like your whole theme of like being like healthier?
Yeah, there's no added sugars.
Yeah. 0.37. That's
yeah.
like nothing, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, there's some more information on the
These guys?
side right there.
Oh yeah, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Gluten free, 119 calories, less than 1 gram of sugar. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep holding it. I'll drink it.
Yeah,
So-
diet alcohol. It's a wonder.
Diet alcohol. Well, that's what the whole. What's the big thing? Oh, the White Claw. You guys will be the next
Oh.
White Claw.
So we were actually out in Denver and we beat White Claw.
Good.
We scored. We came in 3rd place. White Claw was in there. Cutwater was in there.
This
and
is
we-
6% alcohol for anybody who's interested.
Yeah,
White Claw's like
6% is across the board.
yeah, good. White
It
Claws.
was funny because our first test run on the labels said from 12% to 6%. It was like,
from 4% to 12%.
yeah, 4 to 12. And
Don't
it
know
was
what you're
like,
drinking.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
Russian
Just roll
roulette,
the
baby.
dice.
It's just
Roll the dice. that could make for an interesting podcast, right?
yeah.
Guys,
So it was great. Just
one guy's completely wasted.
Yeah. You only had one drink.
Just
Wonder who
drink my-
that guy would be, George.
not one drink. All right.
No, but this is cool though.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's bittersweet because this is my last week as back of the house.
Okay. What are you doing?
I'm going.
You're gonna
to
push this?
to push the can
Keith, are you
cocktails.
taking over the role as the in back of the house there?
No, well, Keith is actually the executive chef / GM. I was the chef, and Jonathan's stepping into the chef position.
Okay, cool.
So yeah,
So what does your job now entail?
my job entails of being the operations manager or facility manager of the canning process.
Until somebody calls out, you need to go help in the back of the house.
Until there's a large catering of
Yeah.
400 people or
Pretty
so.
much next week.
Tomorrow there's
Right.
there's a catering till 2 a.m.
Yeah,
I'm like,
what-
oh my god, why did we say yes to this?
You know, I thought you were about to say you're leaving ranch in. Okay, but
No,
he's
not
just-
leaving ranch.
No, he's
and-
just moving
it-
over there.
Well, cool. That is cool though.
It goes back to the simple aspect of they know how to treat people.
Yeah, you
And
guys have said
just
that,
Like
yeah.
I can't leave this company now. It's like every time that I see Brian and Quentin, they not only ask me how's my day going, they ask me how am I doing.
Yeah. It goes a long way.
Yeah.
You know,
it does go
I think
a long way.
5 episodes into this podcast, we brought up Anthony Bourdain and Jeff Beach, who I think I've already said this once. I've referenced him. He said it's just one of the most important things that in this industry is just to check in on somebody and see how they're doing. Because there's a lot of guys who are grinding away and just, maybe it's drugs, alcohol, maybe it's just too much work, maybe it's like a relationship, whatever the hell it is, and if you never get checked in on, I mean, it can lead to disastrous situations. So it's good to hear, man. I mean, you're saying exactly what we want, right?
Yeah.
It was part of the focus after he had said that. I was like, man, we should really make that a focus. People check in on each other.
Yeah.
So there you go. Reiterate it.
Yeah.
And like I've heard the squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Yeah.
And it's like you're driving a Beamer. You're not waiting until those wheels are squeaking. You're taking them in to get service regularly.
Yeah. That's
Like why are you not doing
metaphor.
that with your
Sure.
with your employees that
That's
are
so
actually
true, right?
making you the money? So yeah, just like coming up, just like being the executive chef. People coming up and they're like, "Oh, compliments to the chef," and it's like, "Oh, did you hear that, team?
Yeah.
Everybody loved your food."
Sure.
Like, granted, it might have been my recipe, but y'all are the ones that are executing it. So,
Sure.
like, just giving praise to your employees and
Yeah. It doesn't happen, you don't do it alone.
yeah,
And if you did, you'd fall apart.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because like a chef, yeah, they might have wrote the recipe to what you're doing, but he might have not had a single fingerprint to
Yeah, no, it takes some
what that
humility.
plate went out to.
Oh, yeah.
And that person was like, "Oh my God, this was amazing," but it wasn't the chef
Yeah, it's sort
that
of silly
cooked the
to
actual
picture
protein.
somebody taking the credit, right?
Yeah,
But
so-
people do all the time.
yeah, and it's crazy because it's not the actual chef that's cooking that food for you. It's a bunch of other guys.
Right, really, chefs
Cranking it out.
commanding the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
Well, should be, usually.
Yeah, half of the time they're not there.
Half the time they're not there. Yeah, a lot of chefs get a bad rap for not being around, but I don't know. A lot of times when I get to see a chef and he's got his knife and he's at the cutting board, I'm like, there you go. Not. It's like it must be nice to not have to be running around on a computer doing orders, making a schedule, and you actually get behind a cutting board again.
Yeah.
Because that's why you got into it in the first place.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, like the good thing is like with our company, we're always there. Keith is always there. He's there more than I am.
Yeah.
And I'm under him, so
Do you
Jonathan
bring the
is-
kids over there? How old are your kids?
they're still young, so I can't have them there.
'Cause the bar?
The bar. Well, no, it's not necessarily the bar because I'm there during the day and they could hang out during the day, but they're too young to understand. Just stay seated.
Yeah.
My 3-year-old would just
Destroy it.
find something to climb and jump off of.
Oh, yeah. And no kids for you, Keith?
Oh, no.
Not a never?
Never.
Not a thing?
Not a thing.
What about you, John?
No kids as of yet.
A lady? And
Yeah, the lady. Yeah,
what is
recent.
She? I'm
Just
sorry, it's a crazy question.
no worries. We just barely started dating 2 months ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's still fresh and
Cool.
endless possibilities.
We'll just take advice from this guy and me. Don't do it. No.
No, son of a gun.
I'm married. I keep
listen to
telling
him.
them,
Yeah.
haven't you learned anything from me? Stay the fuck away.
Yeah.
He said he'll be the one in the back of the if I ever have a wedding day or whatever.
I'll be the one when they say, "Is there anybody here who knows any reason why?" I'll be like, "I know a bunch of reasons."
I know. Really, kudos to people who can actually be happy and get married. I always you're married?
No, I'm not married. I was in a relationship for 8 years, and it ended. So
Okay.
yeah. So
All right. Yeah. No, I was. So I'm on the end with you. Well, you're still married.
I'm
Yeah,
still
I hope
married.
Your wife's not listening.
Oh, she knows. She already called.
She knows.
She
already texted
He's stuck with me.
Yeah.
7 times.
Yeah, she
The
knows.
table's
she got me
vibrated
trapped.
multiple
So.
times.
Yeah. Well, if you've learned anything, just no children, no marriage, you'll be happy.
Exactly.
I already got out, so just
Now one down. You got like what? 15 more years, then you'll be good with the kids. Then they can leave.
yeah. Well, 15 for the smallest one, yeah. So
Okay. There you go. 15 years. But who's counting? No, I'm just kidding. I'm giving everyone up.
Judge was only going to give me 10.
Is there any charities that Ranch Hand that you guys want to mention, or anything that you guys work with, anything like that?
charities. I don't know, Keith. You
No.
would probably know the most on that one.
I mean, besides the food pantries, we haven't really gotten into anything yet.
Sure. Well, you guys
I mean, we do a lot of donations to the schools, the university,
okay.
things like that. I mean, education is definitely a priority of Ranch Hand, especially considering we started at UT.
Yeah.
But I know we're doing, I can't even remember the name of them right now, which is a shame. But we're going to be doing something with another school, a blind auction. We're setting that up with Native as well.
Cool.
So that way they can have like dinner and drinks and stuff like that.
Nice.
But, definitely as we keep growing, we will definitely be sponsoring a lot more stuff throughout the community.
Cool. Well, is there anything anybody would like to add to this conversation here? I know I would. You guys, I always say you're welcome to come back, but when you start working on this, you should definitely come back. We'll
Yeah,
sample
for sure.
some too.
Yeah, I'll have Gustavo and Bill. Gustavo is the facility director out in Dripping Springs. That's where we're building our facility,
Cool.
our canning.
Dripping Springs, like where at?
It's further south.
Like off of 290 or something?
No, just heading further on 71.
Oh, okay. So down 71.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is that
south.
going to be like a location? Like
That's where our canning facility is going to be at.
okay. So you're not
No.
going to set anything up there with like food or anything.
No. It's just a canning facility. Gustavo's the main guy. He has the most experience in it, and so he's going to be teaching me the ropes. And Bill is doing the marketing for us, or he's our sales rep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, bring them on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we should be up in full distribution by the end of the year.
I love this. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
Or keep it stupid, simple.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's
Keep it simple. Stupid simple.
stupid, simple.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. It's such a simple recipe, but
It's stupid simple.
It's things that people enjoy, and
But
what we saw
this is
is
going to
like,
be the new. We are going to push this into the forefront and leave White Claw in the dust.
Yes.
Please do.
that's what it is.
starting here. I mean, I'll go around town and see White Claw in people's vehicles open. And I'm just like, this has gone too far. Like, let's start to see this in people's vehicles open.
Yeah.
It was funny because one of our employees was telling us how their dad was drinking White Claw as thinking it was a energy drink every morning as he was commuting to work.
He's like, all the kids love this stuff.
No, he was like, man, I drink this and I feel great at work.
I would too.
Exactly. Like,
It's too bad he's like addicted to it when he's like, yes, Dad, you're an alcoholic. Oh, shit.
I haven't had a drink in my life.
Just 12 regulars a day.
But, yeah, 12 White Claws.
Oh, yeah, White Claw regular.
Yeah.
All the same.
Yeah, that stuff. Do you guys have a price point on this stuff yet? Not yet.
Not yet. As far as I know, it's going to be sold in a 4-pack.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, look forward to this. We'll, of course, mention it on the podcast when it's ready to go. And then we'll talk about it regularly. And Ranch Hand, go eat it, right? Native Hostels or whatever events you guys might be at, or follow them on Instagram. You guys are all separately on Instagram?
I
No?
am
No.
on Instagram. Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
You are?
I think you have me on
Okay, I
Instagram.
have you. No?
Yeah.
No.
Not a fan of the
No
social
social media.
media.
Yeah.
There we
Nothing.
go. Kudos to
Zero.
you.
Yeah, no Facebook, no nothing. for
That's
him.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
I do
Nothing.
like that. We have it though, so I'll take you guys' picture and anybody can find, you guys on there and harass you and find We Are Ranch Hand.
Cool.
All
I
that
might get
good
my
stuff.
4th follower.
Damn, well, I don't know if you're going to get it from us. We got 3. And it's my mother and father. All right.
And the wife.
No wife. Yeah, I hope not. But thank you guys for coming in.
Thanks for having
Thanks
us
for
again.
having
Yeah,
us.
thanks for having us.
All right.